Hey folks, Stoo's Secret Stash today, heading to Mystery Island, a mysterious part of Vanuatu. And we're here for a quick look around, and we're going to go for a walk around the whole island, including my monotonous commentary as well. Stay tuned, back in Stoo's Secret Stash. Thank you. Lovely. I don't even sound that good in the shower. Majesty, you are Father. We love you, we praise you, one island, one people, one family. Belongs to the Heavenly Father. Let us love one another as we build a lovely island. One family belongs to the Heavenly Father. One island, one people. Belongs to our Heavenly Father. Let us love one another as we build a lovely island. One family belongs to our Heavenly Father. One family belongs to the Heavenly Father. And the Prince of Paradise, all the made you their best gift, to be united as one. Oh my beautiful island, we see island. Stoo's Secret Stash. We're going to try and walk the whole island, which I'm told takes about half an hour. So here goes. Hopefully you won't be put to sleep with my commentary, but what a beautiful place this is. Of course, Mystery Island, you may not see Mystery Island if you look it up on the Atlas or Google Maps, because Mystery Island is actually known as Inuag Island. Now, Inuag Island is an uninhabited island, I should say, and Inuag in the local Vanuatu dialect means small. So Mystery Island's native title of Inuag Island actually means small island, and it is very small, because if we're going to walk it, that is not going to be a big island. But you'll see it's surrounded by beaches, obviously, and it's all built on sand, and it has had a lot of European, I won't say European, but civilized touches. It's a lot of not cultivated gardens, but certainly improved gardens. And anyway, I'm going to refer to it as Mystery Island, which is somewhat of a more common name given to it for obvious reasons. And we'll talk about how and why it became known as Mystery Island very shortly. So there's been some attempts to commemorate some of the more traditional aspects. I hazard a guess that that was either a functional or representative of a functional pit toilet, but I'm not going to sample it because I don't need to. Now, Mystery Island, as we'll talk about in a moment, is uninhabited. Yes, we see lots of people here today, but no one actually lives on the island. And anyway, it's part of the Tafia province of Vanuatu. And it's just beautifully kept. Now, why is it called Mystery Island? What's mysterious about this place? Well, not a lot. As it turns out, this was the name given. This is the name, I should say, that's been adopted by the cruise ships that visit Mystery Island, and basically give Mystery Island its existence as something that is economically viable, I guess you could say. And the cruise ships adopted this name, Mystery Island, after the British press and Australian press actually called this island Mystery Island in 1974, when Queen Elizabeth II and her husband, of course, the late Prince Philip, well, both departed now, but they visited Mystery Island, and in order to sensationalise this visit somewhat and make it more mysterious, the press actually dubbed the royals visiting a mystery island. And from there, that moniker stuck, and it's been known as Mystery Island ever since, because, as we talked about, the cruise ships have jumped on it and adopted that. Mystery Island is very small. We're going to actually walk around the perimeter of the island, I should say, which is not very big in the middle anyway. It comprises just under 16 hectares, and there's not much on the island. There is an airport and the nearby inhabited island, but not on Mystery Island itself. There is a runway here on Mystery Island, which we may get to see. I haven't walked this before. It's not actually an airport as such, but it is still functional. There are 2 flights a week from Port Vila to Mystery Island. Beautiful, beautiful pandanus. And that water is just next level stunning. Of course, you can, when you visit here, you can do the touristy thing and try some coconuts or try some foods or go snorkeling is one of the big things. The water is just so sublimely blue, and we may get to that after our walk around. And anyway, going on with the landing strip here in Mystery Island, why would you have an uninhabited island that actually has a landing strip? Not an airport as such, but a landing strip that is still being used. And the reason is very simple, and that is in World War II, we have learnt that there were many American troops, US troops, that were sent over to Noumea and the neighbouring islands, and they used to land the US troops during World War II in this runway, in this airstrip. So, question needs to be asked, I guess, is why such a beautiful island is uninhabited? I mean, it's just beautiful to walk around, and just a stunning looking island, and anybody would be proud to live here, I would imagine. Well, it's uninhabited because the local native people passed down the legend that suggests that this island is actually haunted. It's a place haunted by ghosts, and at night time it is something to be feared. So yes, it's a superstition, but a very held close superstition that they believe in very firmly. And as a result, all of the native people that you see when we come off the boat come in from the neighbouring island and come across to Mystery Island for the day and then return home at the end of the day. So 3 main languages, although it's interesting to note that there are lots and lots of different languages if the truth be known, because just look at the water there. It's beautiful. So we've got English. English is probably I guess you could say the main language of Vanuatu. And I guess that's probably got a lot to do with the tourist intervention of Vanuatu. And so these ladies getting some special attention here. And they're going to look very beautiful in their traditional hairdos. So, have a great day. So English is spoken. The second language that is worth mentioning is the language, of course, of French, and we learnt that from the earlier trips that we did around Noumea and the neighbouring islands, is that this is still classed as a French area. It's still, of course, Mystery Island isn't. Mystery Island is part of Vanuatu, but New Caledonia, which is very close by, of course, has also been known as French Polynesia, and it is still under the reign of the French government. And if you lived in those areas, of course, we talked about that, you'll be paying tax money to the French. So moving on, we were talking about the languages. We got to talk about 2 of the languages. There's English, which you and I speak. I assume if you're listening to this, there's French. And the other one is known as Bislama. Now, Bislama is the local dialect. But it's not quite as simple as that, because Bislama is one of about 100 local dialects. So one of about 100 different dialects, and there's variations within that. But to put it crudely, if I had to try and classify what Bislama was, and that is, I've been told it's like an English Creole. So it's based on the English language, rather like our closest neighbours to Australia, the Papua New Guineans, who speak their pidgin English in the same way. It's very different with the Creole that they speak here in Vanuatu. And up here we see delightful buildings. Use of leaves interwoven, and just beautiful. Of course, you need to know that we're in a subtropical climate here. And the local people come across with their wares, and today tourism is one of the very major industries in or on Vanuatu, and especially Mystery Island. Hello. So currency is delivered by what we call the Vanuatuan Vatu, VATU. But of course, in true tradition of the fact that an acknowledgement that Australia is probably one of the most significant influences of tourism, and that is Australian dollars are also accepted in the area and widely used in the area also. That water is just beautiful, just gorgeous. That hut is so long, just so long. It's like, yeah, it's like a landing strip by itself. Just beautiful water. That colour is just sublime. Very simply built, and there's certainly I know that that everything is not traditional anymore, and it's built to the tourist appeasement and the tourist dollar. But what they've tried to do is tried to keep it as authentic as possible in these modern times, in these computerized times. They've done a beautiful job. Now, you might ask what is it that we, before I go on any further, if people fancy a body massage, there's all kinds of massage: foot, shoulder, back, neck, full body. Not for me, but perhaps there are people that would like that. Now, yeah, the track just goes around the island, and that's what we'll be doing this morning. So if you would like to talk to the people here, I guess I could call them natives. They're not inhabitants, but they're certainly native to the area. I'm told that halo, H-A-L-O, means hello. But interestingly enough, the greeting from Fiji, which isn't too far away, as when you look on the map, the giant a blue Pacific Ocean. It's such a huge entity, in the whole scheme of things, Fiji is not that far away. And of course, many people know the traditional welcoming and well-known greeting of Bula. And I'm told that Bula is still used here by many people and acknowledged. You need to go, and look at that, it's still functional. I won't be using it, but there you go. Mystery Island Tiki Bar. So Bula to you all out there. I hope you are having a lovely day. And Stoo's Secret Stash is at Mystery Island, which is part of Vanuatu, an uninhabited island, and an uninhabited island that speaks English and has Presbyterian, Presbyterian is the main religion of influence. Hello. And a beautiful place. Very peaceful. And those beaches just continue to amaze. I don't know if you can see through there, but just so blue and just gorgeous. Now here we are going for a walk, and you'll see the pandanus and the other more kind of mangrovey trees, and it may be of some kind of discomfort to actually learn that there have been isolated populations of saltwater crocodiles that have been found in Vanuatu and indeed on Mystery Island. Now, that's somewhat of a scary prospect. They're mainly in the mangrovey areas, that's where they seek solace, but I do need to say that I was pleased to note that these are very rare, and it is noted that the crocodiles that have been found in the area, they believe that these were as a result of, I guess you could say, coming across from Papua New Guinea or the Solomon Islands after cyclones. So I guess you could say lost crocodiles. Crocodiles that got lost. I'll see you later, alligator. I'll see you in Mystery Island or wherever I pop up, quite literally. And so that has happened. They have turned up in these areas very rarely, although it is widely acknowledged that no breeding populations exist in any of the Vanuatu islands. But having said that, crocodiles have been found and existed in these areas. Of course, you can see where the when you look out on the water, you can see where the the shallows are, where the break wall commences, and we'll just poke the camera through there. Now you can see that there's just no waves here, but you can see where they break in a line a fair way out. To me that looks about probably 400 or 500 meters, but it may be further, because distances can be very deceiving when you're talking about a straight line over a flat surface. Try driving in inland Australia and watching cars coming towards you in the night, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, I am looking around to see if I can see any wildlife or interesting flora and fauna, because it is worth noting that there are snakes in Vanuatu, and here I am with my thongs on, whether you call them flip-flops or I don't know what else people call them, jimmies or I don't know. I've heard a variety of different names, but I feel very confident in the knowledge that yes, there are snakes here, but there are no poisonous land snakes. No poisonous land snakes, and when I say I like to differentiate with the land snakes and say that that's very comforting for me to know. But of course, there would be people that would know and would say, hang on a moment, but there's coral reefs and there's atolls around this area and there's a broad ocean, and yes, you are correct. There are no poisonous land snakes in Mystery Island or on Mystery Island, but there are quite a number of very venomous sea snakes. And of course, if you know anything about the biology of sea snakes, you would know that, and correct me if I'm wrong, but every single sea snake is a venomous species. I'm not aware of any sea snakes that are not venomous, and there are a number of those throughout the Pacific Islands and of course Australia as well. But it's probably comforting to know that they're not super common, and although they're highly venomous and certainly something you do not ever want to get bitten by, they are rarely aggressive and very shy creatures that are reluctant to bite or strike out. They really do save their venom for their hunting and for their existence, which is certainly good news for an Aussie tourist walking around with thongs, that he's not likely to get bitten by a venomous snake in any of the Pacific regions, particularly Mystery Island, because to our knowledge there are no venomous land snakes. Now, I haven't seen one today, but I was told that to expect when you come ashore on Mystery Island that there would quite possibly be people with bright green iguanas, and you could get a photo taken with the iguana for a price. I didn't see that coming on shore, but that's okay. The iguana is one of the national animals and somewhat of a tourist attraction in itself. So I haven't seen any iguanas. I'm hoping I'll see something during our walk, rather than me just prattling on and giving you lots and lots of useless facts while I preside over and view this beautiful place. I can hear some birds. They're little tree birds of some sort, very small sounding honeyeater style birds. I can certainly hear them, but I can't see them anywhere. If I do, I will stop the camera and we will have a look, but I'd say that I've probably got very little chance of identifying them. If they're in Australia, I would dare say have a much better chance of identifying the correct name of any creatures that we see along the way. It's worth noting that my partner in crime, Lisa, Miss Lisa as I call her, I'm looking through there, someone kayaking. Don't know if you can see that. Miss Lisa has decided that walking is for mugs and Stoo can be sent on his way, and she will meet me when I return back to civilization. Can't blame her, but I've also been a tourist close to the last week, and I've eaten a lot of food, and I haven't got the chance to do much exercise or activity, so I'm going to grab this opportunity. See some seed there, some kind of lily pilly or something like that. I'm going to use this opportunity to make the most of what I've got here, and got some photo opportunities up here. And I think you'll find that this is the runway. Yes, indeed. The runway. This is the famous Mystery Island runway, and we've got some other people. Hello, how are we all? Great.
Have you done one round already, or?
I'm doing my lap now, and I'm probably 3/4 of the way through it. So.
3/4.
Are you from there?
I came from there and went around, and I've only got this little bit to go now. So
So that was a circle.
it's a circle, yeah. I've probably been walking for probably half an hour.
That was quick.
Yeah, it's very, very interesting. So where are you guys from?
Sydney.
Sydney? Right, okay, I'm Coffs Harbour.
Coffs Harbour.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice.
So this feels very normal, this temperature. Are you enjoying the cruise?
Definitely. Yes.
Yeah, is it your first time on cruising? No, second time. Okay, it's my first time, but I've enjoyed it.
Yeah. We come to the same spot.
Oh, okay.
We were 10 years ago.
Wow. Well, you enjoyed it enough to come back?
Oh, yes, definitely.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Right. If you are interested at all, I'm going to put this on my YouTube channel. I've got a YouTube channel. And so look out, you might be famous.
Oh, here we go.
And I have got a card. Hang on, I'll try and hold this. And
We come from America, USA.
oh, America. So Stoo's Secret Stash.
Oh.
Okay, let me follow you.
There you
How
go.
many subscribers you have?
Yeah, I don't have many because I've only just started. I've got about 112 at the moment, but I only
It's going to be
started 2 months ago.
Okay, let's do it.
And my channel, this is a bit of advertising and self-promotion here. My channel is all about cars because I'm a car fanatic. Music and travel.
Music is
So I get to interview a lot of musicians, and this is the first part of my travel, and I get to drive a lot of interesting cars too. So that's my 3 areas of passion.
Okay.
And my name's Stuart, but I'll just say Stoo, my nickname, Stoo's Secret Stash.
Yep.
I've got a secret stash of wonderful films on my YouTube channel.
nice to meet you.
Likewise, have a wonderful day.
You too.
Thank you. I'll continue with my yes, and you will be on there. You'll be famous if you log in and have a look. No worries. See ya. Bye. Okay, friendly people we meet, and here we are on the Mystery Island runway, the airstrip, and we've just say bye to our friends who are here from Sydney, and they're walking the other direction. So, greetings. Great. Again, I can hear a little bird. A couple of little birds, but they're very similar sounding to either wrens or something like that. They're not big birds. They're little grass birds. Now I'm just following the track. It might not be too interesting for people, but you will notice that there's a mixture of native vegetation and introduced vegetation. Now I'm not going to suggest either it is good or bad, because a large part of the island is certainly, I guess you could say, vegetated. It's something that is kept as pristine as possible. And there certainly is wildlife here, but the undergrowth is and the gardens are very thick. And there goes a bird just there. But I was way too slow to catch it. Just went flying past me, and it was about the size of a sparrow, and looked about as colourful as one, but I don't think it was a sparrow. Just a beautiful environment. It's easy to fall in love with a place like this, but of course, if you were local, you would not be able to stay here at night time. I assume that no tourists or anybody is allowed to stay here at night time, because the local belief, whether it's strong or not, they certainly promote the fact that this is a haunted place and this is not a safe place to stay at night, and as a result it has remained uninhabited. So the local people who bring their market wares and trades come over from the nearby island or two, and they come over every day and then go back at the end of the day. Lots of these little outhouses here, so if I get caught short at all, no problem. Lucky I'm feeling good. Some more tourists on Mystery Island. Of course, we're all tourists because nobody lives here. Greetings.
G'day.
That's an Aussie g'day, just like I do. Of course, us Australians are known for our g'day mates. How you going? Beauty, mate? All those kind of things. I don't think I've heard bonza used too much, but if you talk to people outside of Australia, we say that all the time, and put a shrimp on the barbie and all that kind of stuff, where in actual fact I don't believe we say that much now, but it's part of our the culture that is inculcated around the world to be part of what Australians do. So fresh coconuts for sale, $5, and of course, there's lots of coconuts in the area, and the coconut flesh is also used. And we saw yesterday, if you watch my other video on Lifu, they used the coconut milk to cook the traditional chicken and veggies that were put under the ground. I guess you could say it's a bit like a hangi. And the coconut milk was the water from the coconut, or the milk from the coconut, was poured over shredded coconut and then used to give it a distinct flavour. And then the chickens, and indeed even the cat and the dog, loved eating the shredded coconut when it was put on the grass. You can see the ship there. Now, cruise ships, people might go, oh, they're ruining the environment, they're commercialising the environment, but it is something really worthy of a mention, the fact that these communities are extremely isolated. You can look at where they are by if you might remember the good old globes that we used to have as kids. We used to put them up and spin them and put our fingers down and on a given area, random area, and we'd say that's where we're going holidaying next. But if you picked the area of the globe that was just all blue and very little to no landmass, you would find that that's the Pacific Ocean, a huge part of the Earth's surface. And these people live in isolation, and it's not relative isolation, it's complete isolation. And beautiful natural resources and beautiful climate. But to say that the idea of a cruise ship is abhorrent or shouldn't be encouraged, I believe is missing the mark, because these lovely people really want to be able to stay in their native areas, in the Pacific regions, and survive, and they simply can't do that by themselves. And the more I look into this, the more I see that the cruise ships have given these people the right and the ability to make decisions on being able to live where they want to in their homelands. Continuing the walk is very well shaded. I did bring a hat with me. Good morning.
Morning.
I was worried about the sun and overexposure, but of course everything is very well shaded, and that is good news. But that water is just so lovely. And of course, because we're on an island and we can walk across to the other side of the island in a matter of 30 seconds. When we get to the tracks, there are tracks that go straight across and just beautiful. And there's the Carnival Splendor, the ship that I'm on this occasion, in the distance. Not daring to come any closer because of the shallows, but a huge ship. And like I've mentioned, if you'd talked to me 5-10 years ago, I would have suggested that it was not a good idea, the mixture of tourist ships and native Pacific cultures, or indeed any other indigenous cultures. However, you soon learn that these places have very few resources that are marketable around the world, and indeed most of the time of a lot of these people, it seems, one would suggest, is spent on simply surviving. And we know that Mystery Island is believed to be inhabited by ghosts, and we could have a ghost right here. Someone with not showing any part of their face. So that's mystery. We're heading up towards what I believe is busier part of the island again, having done almost the full circle. And where we can catch up with Miss Lisa, who's probably laying down somewhere relaxing in the shade. And good luck to her. Now it's worth noting here, that's the surrounding environment. And it's saying here, less explored amongst the tourists, and can be a great place for some quiet time. Now here's something about the here we go. So the runway we're talking about, the runway was constructed in 1959 by the local population using hand tools, and it's still used today, and it's used by tourists coming to Mystery Island and a neighbouring, I'm not sure how you say that, Vanuatu Island, which is the island that is inhabited. So yes, this is the outlook. So across there is Vanuatu Island, where you can see the people from the locals who live there. They come across to Mystery Island to when they've got tourists here, which I assume is very often. So there's the boat. It's about as shallow as it got. That's been my home for close to the last week, but we haven't finished yet. If you're diving, and I may or may not get a chance, butterfly fish is probably one of the most common, and sea urchin also a common inhabitant. I did try snorkeling yesterday at oh, we've got a little skink there. He's gone, he's very fast. Just a little land skink. I did try snorkeling yesterday, but I was very, very disappointed at Lifu. Apparently the atolls which are there are way out to sea, but tourist atolls, they're accessible by tourists, are far and few between. And here we've got a beautiful lady who's weaving the coconut leaves, and very clever. It's all right, I won't hurt you. I won't hurt you. That's very clever. Oh dear, I'm sorry. I'm a bit scary, aren't I? Oh dear, I have that effect on some people. I better keep walking. Have a good day. Oh dear. Oh dear, I'm a bit scary. It was happy until I turned up. Sometimes I have that effect on people. It's a gift, I'm sure. on one of the huts here, and probably used at different times to sell different wares, souvenirs. And I'm not really big on the souvenirs, but I must mention that Miss Lisa has been trying to get a fridge magnet for each destination that we've been to. So our fridges in the future are going to be covered in fridge magnets, I hope, as Stoo's Secret Stash explores more and more of this beautiful world that we live in, and specifically this Pacific region. Good morning.
Hello.
And we're almost back to the beginning. Mystery Island Airport. There you go. Of course, we were at the end of this runway a short while ago when we met our friends from Sydney. But there it is. Twice a week, 2 flights from Port Vila, where we will be embarking upon tomorrow. And there's an ATM island that is inhabited, and people come across, the local people come across each day with their wares to sell their goods to the tourists and welcome the tourists, which, as I've mentioned, I would stand up and argue this to anybody, because this would otherwise be an island with no future, I guess you could say, in terms of maintaining itself. But the tourist dollars have given these people the opportunity to live, and I have seen quite a lot of what we'd call poverty. I can't say that I've seen unhappy people. They've certainly been very happy, but they've had to make do with what income they've had, and they seem very happy to do that. And of course, in 1974, as I mentioned, and here we go, 1974, Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II came here and named this beach Queen Elizabeth II Beach Mystery Island. So it was actually named part of Mystery Island rather than the traditional name. So I guess from that time on, the local Western culture has been dominant, I guess you could say. Whether that's a good thing or not, who knows, but we're not going to debate that. Lots of people, fabulous thing, popular thing seems to get your hair braided. I wouldn't have hair long enough and I'd look terrible if I got my hair braided, but these girls would look absolutely lovely at the end of it. And the smiling ladies who have got all the knowledge. And that takes commitment. Beautiful to see. That's lovely. Of course, if you want to know about going across to the other side of the island, if you look across there, you can see the blue through there. That's the ocean from the other side of the island. That's the other side of the island. I could get over there in 30 seconds. So whilst we are walking around the perimeter, we're not missing anything through the middle, because there's just more buildings and more tracks, much the same as what we've been walking. So we've just about completed our lap. And you can get your picture taken. Welcome to Mystery Island for the equivalent of $3 per person Australian, or $2 in US currency. Welcome to Mystery Island, Vanuatu. So there you go. And more hair braiding seems to be very popular. And long hair $15, short hair $10. If they could braid my hair, they would be very skillful. My hair is very short. these lovely ladies are braiding more lovely ladies. And that seems to be the popular thing to do when you come to an area like this.
Have you lived anywhere else?
Very, very popular.
Whereabouts?
A gentleman there having his coconut. What does it taste like, buddy?
It tastes like a milk.
A milk. Right, okay. It's yummy though. All right, very cool. What's your name?
Charlie.
Charlie. Well done, Charlie. Have you had a good trip?
Yes.
Is this your first time to Mystery Island?
Yes.
Yeah, it's my first time too, buddy. All right, if you want to see yourself on YouTube, we're going on to Stoo's Secret Stash. I'll give Dad the card that you can have a look at how famous you are on YouTube. Hello, how are you? Good. And there's the iguana, hey? There you go. The national animal of Vanuatu. Has it got a name?
Yeah,
What have you given the name for the lizard?
Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, there's two there. Oh, there is two. Romeo and Juliet. There you go, folks. There's Romeo and Juliet. So what do you feed them?
Hibiscus flowers and spiders.
Have you had them for a long time?
Yeah.
Yeah? Oh, well done. Great effort. They're beautiful. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Romeo and Juliet, folks. And everything's for sale. Look here. And if I ever come back here, there's Shark Cave, there's snorkeling, eagle rays and turtles, water cave, shipwreck. There's lots and lots of interesting things. Lots and lots of things to go and see and do on this beautiful Mystery Island. And of course, as we get close to where we started, you can hear the beautiful ladies and some men singing in the very melodic South Pacific voices. And looking across there again, there's the other side of the island, and it really is probably 40 meters. Very easy to do. And now we'll look for Miss Lisa, who will be somewhere in the area. And here we are, back to where we started with these beautiful people. And they will take us out on Mystery Island. just walking around in some of the central areas, which of course are only a number of metres off, and we've got lobsters galore. Yeah, and we've got one gentleman who's partaking. Is it enjoyable?
Yes.
It's worth it, hey?
Better than the frozen.
Right, okay. Enjoy.